It was a very important award for me. It's also like the first award after Cannes that I was actually able to be there and in presence and express truly what meant to make MURINA and what this journey with the film meant, and my own journey as well. So that meant very, very much to me. I had the opportunity to also speak what I think about a point of view as a filmmaker and a woman and also a mother, and say that I don't think we should choose. There's many opportunities and we should be able to have both. I met Gracija, she was very young, she was 9 when I met her first time, and we did a very small role in my student film 10 years ago. And then I did a casting for a project for Into the Blue, and she really stood out. Her presence in front of the camera was really alluring, and it spoke from something beyond what is just here. You know, she was breathing the history almost, and the future and the past, and it was so fascinating for me to watch her.
I didn't went to school, but I did swimming for 12 years, so that's how. But we had a lot of preparations for this movie and also Into the Blue. We had to do all these diving tests, you know, fishing, but the hardest thing for me was, you know, get into the character. I remember I was writing a diary from the Julia's point of view, and I remember always thinking, not only in like scripted scenes, but daily situation, what would Julia do in that moment? So it was really important for me that the character is going to be realistic and I mean also relatable, because it's not some story that came from our imagination. It's the real story that is happening every day. So I think we did that.
Yes.
Well, I actually started acting when I was like 6 or 7 in theater, and I was always telling myself I won't be actress, and somehow I always ended up getting these roles. So I don't know, we will see. I have some projects in plan, but we will see.
I discovered Len's work through all these amazing movies you mentioned. She felt really like the best collaborator I could imagine. She makes very complicated things very simple, and she really supports the director. And we had same, or let's say not same, but similar ideas of what we wanted to transmit, and it was complementing each other. We could really find the way how this story through visual language also can stand out. And she's really like I would say she's a doula of a film, you know. She helps the delivery. She's also a fascinating woman and a person, so strong, and she really inspired me a lot. Yes. Stories are birthed from the place of them needing to be told. There's never, in my stories at least, I like to think there's no backward engineering. Just because this story was very acute and very real and very present and very relatable in Croatia, it came out as this feminist roar, which of course it is, but the impulse was not to, you know, backtrack and create it to manipulate in any way. This is how it is.
Can I just add something?
Yes.
So we had a lot of good reviews, we also had some bad reviews, but the thing that most stood out to me was when woman told me that, you know, the movie is good, but you just did a regular, like a story about regular family. And I think it's important to, you know, it's so common that people don't even recognize it as wrong anymore. And I think it's important to, speak out and tell people that it's not okay. It's not okay to be in abusive relationships and, have toxic parents.
You're gonna probably cut out these good and bad reviews, right? It was very complicated, of course, because shooting underwater, there's no communication between the director and the crew and the actors. And it's not only the safety-wise, it was very complicated, but also the stamina and the concentration. It's completely working in a different universe. So it was exciting. We had a very good way of going about it. We used the microphones from synchronized swimming. So I could speak directly to the actors. In the prep, I went down for a dive with them. But once we started shooting, I was at the monitor with Ellen, and the technical crew and the actors were underwater. And it was amazing. It was amazing to be able to shoot entire scene of 10 minutes in one dive, because you cannot dive more than 2 times during one single day for safety. So you're really shooting entire section of the film in 2-hour shoot. You have to pick up everything.
It was very difficult, yes, technically and both physically. But the thing that was kind of strange to me, because I was swimming my whole life, and now I'm swimming and there are divers around me, like everybody is asking me, are you safe, are you good? And like that's what I'm doing my whole life. But yeah, we did it, and I think it's one of the most, beautiful aspects of the movie, the underwater scenes.
Our nature is not unpreserved by landlords. Our nature is eroded by the local people. And the problem in Croatia is that we believe, I don't know, maybe if this is the backlash of communism, that everything needs to come easy, the wealth come easy, and the as minimal work possible. Like, you cannot pay me as little I can do. That's a general mentality, and people go to very easy outlets of selling what they inherited, capitalizing on the history, on the nature, on anything, just so they don't have to actually work. So it is a very unhealthy environment, because it does not promote work, but also it does not promote any other sort of creation. So we are more and more living in a country that it's eroding culturally, and through art and through any type of self-expression beyond tourism. They really liked Into the Blue, my short film, and it was together with Arty Features, the relationship between Martin Scorsese and Arty Features. They're supporting first-time and second-time directors. And after Into the Blue, they have offered, they expressed interest in my next project. So at that point, I only really had like something a little bit more elaborate than letter of intention, or what is my next step, and they agreed to jump in that storm together with me right away, and it was really encouraging. For me, the perfect winter movie is Fanny and Alexander by Bergman. Of course, it's when I want to start the Christmas. That's the movie I would watch, and of course I'm thinking, now being third time in Les Arcs, Les Arcs really does start Christmas. It's like a pre-Christmas gift. You're invited to Les Arcs, you are in this complete surreal white beauty, and then you can go home and eat lamb and turkey with your family. Yes.
I don't know. Actually, anything with Meryl Streep. Yeah, I would say that.
sublime nature, great people, and friends. Fondue is very good, yes.
I'm more in tartiflette.